Hello there, YouTube. And welcome to a 35-degree, Wednesday the 15th of April. And don't be fooled. It's 42 degrees now. But don't be fooled by the solid blue skies. Well, now I'm starting to see clouds. It has been typhooning all night long. Like some crazy rain. And it's supposed to be 100% chance of rain today. With thunderstorms and wind and all kinds of stuff coming. So this is just kind of one of those little breaks. And then Kelly and I coming out, and I hear her screaming at Sasha, "Go around, go!" I'm like, what in the world's going on? Well, she went underneath the porch. By the way, her cat came back. You're talking about one happy dog. So even her and the cat was like going all around her, rubbing on her. That is the craziest thing, that Sasha is attached to a cat. Never thought I'd see that day. The cat loves her and she loves the cat. So no battle scars or whatever, but then came and just literally mouthfuls of cat food. Drank some water, loved on Sasha, and left. And I was getting ready this morning. I seen her coming across the backyard. I go, "Golly, there's hope for you." So she ran out and got the cat some more food, and it chopped on a little bit, and those two loved on each other a little bit. And Sasha and the goofy cat, I can't believe that's happening, but anyway, Sasha's happy. Got stuck under the porch. That was a whole ordeal. She went on, because the cat left, and I think the cats go underneath there, and Leo made a path that goes in there. What's that?
I gotta run back in the house.
Okay. Kelly must have forgot something. But anyway, Leo made a path underneath there, and the cats go on underneath there, but I didn't know Sasha went underneath there. Well, she got wrapped around a pole underneath there, and that was fun, because you can't reach her to unhook her, so you got to unhook the cable from the other end, and yeah, Kelly wasn't really happy with her. And Sasha's giving those little "I'm sorry" faces, and Kelly just gives in. She goes, "Dang it, I want to be mad at you, but I can't." Anyway, dog life this morning. Oh, there we go. There's some of the nasties that are coming. Look at all the flowering blooms over here. It's much slower up here than it is down in Vancouver, but yeah, it is in full swing in Vancouver. It's nuts, which is nice. It's funny, they're the first to get the nice, colors and stuff, and the last to lose them at the end of the year. So, but the cool thing is we get to see two different falls and two different springs. One leaves in one place and still going the other. Well, anyway, let's roll. 45 degrees and mostly cloudy, but at least dry here.
Yeah, it's dry. That's the part
The
that
difference
counts.
between home and here is like a world away.
Yeah.
Boy, did we get into some rain.
Oh man, yeah, it was thick.
Yeah, it was nice at the house, but we knew that was going to be fleeting.
Yeah, because it rained all night and then had sunshine this morning. But then
Yeah,
it's
we
coming
just
again.
got that little welcome to the day little beauty.
Yeah, just to fool you.
Then you take off the work, bam. Well, Mama,
It's a hook.
we made it to hump day.
We did?
Made it that far.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go in there and see what lies before us.
All right.
All right. I'll see
Have a
you.
good day.
Oh, you do the same. Love you. See you. Bye.
I love you.
Bye now.
Bye.
All right. Let's dive into this thing. So I've already tested the Garmin. First, I just put the Garmin on. I want to just click it on and see. And first test, it's not charging it. So, little soft bristle toothbrush, clean the contacts on everything. And one of the things I found that the cover, you should put that cover on whenever it's not in use. That thing had slid down the cable and was way down in there. I seen it when I was removing the wiring and stuff. So yeah, you got to get them covers on there. I think it was just dirt in the contact, so I cleaned everything up and clicked her back on, supplied the 12 volts to it, and boop, there it went. So I got it sitting on a charger to to give the battery a good boost. And so yeah, I got to wire the GPS. The other thing I need to test is put a fuse in the phone charger up there and test that it's working. She's got the actually usually you see a red light on that thing. Yeah, it should light up when it's hot. Has that one got the power button? Because I got one that has the power. The lights are interfering. I can't tell if it's got it or not. Yeah, it does. So you can turn it off by hand. That last one I got for my Pan America, which was a hardwired one. This one's like the one I had for the Road King, where you use the USB. In hindsight, I should have kind of went with that, but anyway, I didn't. I hardwired it. So when you turn the key on, you get it's weird that it had blue and red. I forget what the two different lights were, but this one's just red. I think the other one was blue. The USB one. Let's see what color this one is. Oh, do you guys notice that Quad Lock has changed those things, and they're much smaller? I mean, way nicer, and it's easier to get the phone off the back, and because you push the back of it to release it, because it clicks. So when you push it, it releases the little fingers there, and you can take your phone off. And yeah, this thing's smaller. I just find that you get used to it, a little awkward to use, but the smaller ones, they look cooler, and it's not quite so big when your phone's not on there. Oh, somebody was asking, I think it was Charlie, what all this stuff was on here on the left side. I'm not sure which part you're talking about, but this is a Quad Lock holder and charger, cup holder. I'm not sure what part you were looking at. A phone charger, that's the one thing that had the blown fuse. It's just USB-A plug-in over here, and she has one on each side. Looks like GoPro mounts from chin mounts. That things sure stick good. Nice fresh brake fluid. So I don't know where she's at service-wise. I'll get the thing back together, wired up, and make sure all that's functioning like it should. And I'll let her run to the fan cycle. Her fluid level's good. I don't know where she was in oil change. She didn't say do a service. She says do an inspection. So we'll do that. The tire looks like it's brand new. The front tires have a little cupping in them, which is normal. There's some light going here. So here's a wear bar, and there's your 50% bar. So these tires are in great shape. I mean, it does have that little, if you run your hands backwards over there, you get that little cupping, but that's no reason to change the tires. I mean, they'll just do that. You just got to be adamant with your tire pressures. Keep them things at 20 PSI. I'm assuming whoever did the tire did the belt, because the belt's in perfect tension. Oh, that's the other thing, but that'd be a warranty thing. Both her seat shock and her, geez, what'd I do with it? Oh, her trunk shock, they're gone. I mean, that thing just flounders. There is no shock left in that thing. I don't know why we keep ordering those things. We do them. Well, I guess it's probably a good thing, because they were changing them there for a while. That's probably why they don't stock them, because they kept updating the things. Oh, yeah, I had somebody, one of the guys here he doesn't work on them, but it's down here, and he's like, what the heck is that? So that's your reverse lockout actuator. So what's actually happening, putting your shift levers on there, you got first gear, and then this thing, when you hit the reverse button, that pulls a lever out of the way and opens up a gate and allows it to shift one more time down. So one down from first, is reverse, and your transmission gears are turning the same direction. If you ever see what it looks like in a graph or something, it's pretty wild. So this has to be electronic. It needs to know that man, it is typhoon out there. It needs to know that you're wanting to go in reverse. But what we've seen is people rolling these things out of trailers, and you're not making sure of your ramp, and you can catch that thing, and you can bend it, and if you bend it, it doesn't work correctly. The little throw out doesn't come back. It doesn't know where it's at anymore. And I've seen where they've damaged the wires doing the same. I think this was routed different. I think these newer RTs were different. It seems like it ran close to the frame or something. But I've had to repair the wires on a couple of these throwouts. A reverse lockout, whatever it's called. That's what it is. So you have two first gears, but the second first gear is actually an ARA. You ARA going backwards. But it's electronically controlled. It's a safety thing. Just like a car, you don't want that reverse gate to be missing in your transmission and throw that thing in reverse. My son did some modifications to a Toledo once, and he can tell you a story. Him and a couple of his buddies was in his Toyota, and he just wondered what it would do if he threw it in reverse, going down the freeway. I can just see their faces. I was just thinking about that. He goes, Pops, I don't know how the transmission and driveline still in that truck. It's just whoa, 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 whoa. The truck was going all over the Oh, I said, what made you think to try it while you're going down the freeway? I don't know. Something about the whatever gate he had in there. He did change some stuff, and the reverse lockout was not there. All the crazy things you try. I remember walking up, I had one of those Crossman, looked like a 45 ACP, and you had that slide on the back, and it would load a BB in there. It was, obviously one shot at a time, and the little front tilted up, and you poured the BBs in this little cup that was up front. And walking along, big no-no, with a finger on the trigger, was walking up this sliding glass back door. This was probably 73, 74, somewhere in there. And just thinking, did I have that thing cocked and ready to fire? There was no indication on those things whether it was ready to fire or not. You had to, rack the slide back. It was just an air pump thing. And I was walking up that sliding glass door and just wondering if that thing's loaded or not. And for some reason, I just pulled that trigger just to see. I go, I know I didn't leave that thing cocked the last time I shot it. You ever seen a sliding glass window shatter? It's quite the sight, and it leaves a lot of glass on the ground. Boy, was my parents mad. And the crazy thing about that, the craziest thing, is the exact same window, the same house, with that same little BB pistol in my hand. I come running up through the kitchen to go out that door, just wearing socks, and I slid and ran into the window, and the BB gun hit the window and took that window out again. Man, if you could only see the disappointing look on my dad's face, boy, you knew you were in trouble. He just had this look. Kelly, when we first started dating, took her to my parents' house for the first time, and she was scared to death of my dad. He just had this look. He'd be deep in thought, but he had this look like he was mad. He wasn't mad at all. He was literally the nicest guy you'd ever meet in your entire life. And I remember my sister bringing her friends over. Scared of your dad. He looks mad. No, he's just, because he'd sit up there at the kitchen table, and he had them big old yellow legal pad things, and He'd just write out all these crazy math things and all this stuff. I don't know what all that stuff was. He was an electrical engineer at the paper company, and there was some crazy stuff, but he'd be deep in thought and he'd have that look on his face. That's funny. Kelly sat down. I think I even got a picture of her. I do. Where I can find that thing. I took a picture of her because I was in photography class in high school, and this was it was pretty close after we just, her parents first started letting her. She had to be 15 and a half before she could leave the house. She was young. I came around there a lot because when I met her April 28th of 81. She was 14, and so it took a long time for a 15 and a half to come along. It was supposed to be 16, but they gave in at 15 and a half, and we just did the worst thing ever. We went to a movie, but we said we're going to a movie that we had both knew. Her sister had gone, so she knew about it, and I had seen the movie, so I knew all about it. Because you got to say, your parents are going to go, how was the movie? So what we did, and I got pictures of that too, that day, the very first day we went out, we drove out to Multnomah Falls. And she was just so shy. Oh man, she was shy. And I got pictures of that too. Let's see if I can conjure those things up somewhere. But anyway, I'm not getting this bike done talking to you. Let's roll. Oh, holy moly. Look at that, it's all together. So, I had just a little idea. It's one of those BMW parts bags. When you put the cover on, it's going to hold that down. That anything that hits this can just run off. And, it's open enough, it's going to breathe. I don't want to put a bag over it because I don't want moisture to come up and collect in the bag and literally do what you're trying to avoid to do. You want something that's just going to run off and not collect underneath there. We'll get enough air that it'll breathe, and we're just going to experiment with this one because she's going on a long trip and she'll be back. So everything worked out fine. I still got something to do with her latch on her RT622 trailer. I worked on that once before and had an issue, but the only fault I found that I couldn't fix is this little jang-dangle up here that she plugs her phone into. It's a quad lock thing. We were talking about that earlier. That cord, somewhere in that cord is a direct short, because I can plug this into her deal here to get Apple CarPlay and turn the key on, it lights right up. I had put fuses in the up there for the phone. Whack! Just blows that fuse immediately. So how that converter was working is it's a USB A female coming out, and that's just an extension cord basically. I would imagine by all the routing there, probably a 6-footer or something. So if I plug a USB A to USB C, it charges my phone perfectly fine. So the converter is definitely working. Anyway, so it's the cord, and I don't know if that cord's part of the kit or if that thing's solidly captured in that thing. I don't know if it just need an extension cord. Wouldn't be too hard to put another one in. Just tie one end to that, just route it through the same way that one's going in, and you'll be able to get to it and plug it in. Otherwise, you just plug it right into your stock system, and this fits. The quad lock fits right inside there, unless she's doing something else with that. Maybe she's running a MP3, or just has songs on a thumb drive or something. But you can put that on your phone too, and you can download them on your phone. Songs don't use a lot of power. But the Garmin's working. Everything's working like it's supposed to work. And those wires I told you for the heated gear and that phone charger, other than the battery tender lead, is the only thing there. And so those were, well, actually 3 hot things, because you want your tender lead to go directly to it when you plug it in, but you want your heated seats hot. And all of those things, you plug them in, are hot, and it's got its own fuse. And I tagged the fuses. There's 3 fuses. The tender lead is obvious, because the tender lead's dangling off of it. I got the one for the phone. I got the one for the heated gear. Anyway, I tried a couple of spares that I had, and as soon as you plug it in, whack, it just snaps. It is a direct short, but it's only when that extension cord, the USB-A to USB-A, that's all it is. It's just female A going to a male that goes into the female of the converter. But you need to run her, make sure all service stuff is good. I threw 1,001 codes, because I plugged everything in with all the sensors that are all in the front tub are in the front tub. So that throws some fun codes. If this bipolar weather ever decides to get straightened up, take some meds or something, I might be able to go for a ride. The sun comes out, everything dries up, and then literally you thought the sky was falling. Look out there, and there's sleet bouncing off of everything. But that's pretty typical for Pacific Northwest spring. You just get the craziest stuff. But yeah, happy how it all came out. That's pretty cool. I'd say pretty dang cool. I just have the trailer to mess with. We swapped, I don't know if I already said that, we swapped to the stock Shield. She had an aftermarket one that I think she said it scratched easy or didn't like it or something. But got all her CB radio stuff off of there. And yeah, she's solid. She's good to roll for a trip. I want to see the miles, because the oil looks fine. I just want to make sure it hasn't been a crazy amount of miles since she had the last oil change. And I don't know if we did it. I'll have to get with a service writer and have them find all that stuff out. But the only thing I couldn't either do or repair was this little charger thing right here. And there's something in there, because I had to plug into that to do the flash the update. That crazy cable that's got to be hooked up along with Buds 3. And some device, I'm assuming it's an MP3 player of some sort, or some kind of dongle. I'm not digging around looking at people's stuff. But other than that, she's ready to rock and roll. I do need to figure out, so I found an RO, and it sounds like that's what it was doing last time. We go down the road, and the rear trunk would just come unhatched going down the road. I don't remember. I'm sure when I get in there and look at it, I'll remember what I did. But I'm running out of time here. I'll tackle that in the morning. But yeah, that was an adventure. It's fun. But yep, I'm gonna clean up. I had to go through. This is the last day of pay period. I had to go through all my time cards, make sure all that's correct, and we're gonna bounce from here. Look at that wind kicking back up again. Man, it was 15-20 minutes ago. It was bright sunshine. And I walked up there, no coat, no nothing on. Now it looks like the tornado's coming. The trees are going sideways out there. But anyway, we'll talk to you guys at the house. Thanks for hanging around and watching and listening to spider stuff again today. It's fun. The dark spot in the woods that we always stop at? One of those trees that was sitting there. Sasha always sniffed inside there. That thing come tumbling down. We had a pretty healthy windstorm last night and this morning. Wow. Look at that thing. It was not in good shape. But that's where Sasha would always go in there and sniff around that cedar tree there. I didn't realize that thing was in that bad a shape. Wow. What was inside that? Oh, look at the beehives that were inside that thing. Holy moly. Wow. That's crazy, huh, Sasha? Sure took out some sections of fence there. That's crazy. All these guys, I think they carry chainsaws with them. You never know when you're not going to get home unless you have a chainsaw to come out. Oh, you mean trip over you there, Sash. Wow, that's wild. All right. What do y'all think of that? They going, that's pretty wild, Dad. Well, hello there, YouTube. So, we're over a half an hour late getting back. Got caught in a traffic accident on I-5. By the time we got there, they were cleaning it up, so we don't know what happened. But,
we just know we sat in traffic.
Yeah, rush hour. That's not the time to have something like that happen.
No, that's not fun.
Yeah, that I-5 is so busy nowadays. One little hiccup and just, wow, everything stops.
Yeah.
So, Abby and Madison go out there, the elders are slowly coming across.
Yeah, they take a bit.
Yeah. Anyway, that's a fun day. Get that Spyder done. And we'll see what the deal is with that RT 622. Is that right? Yeah, RT 622. Anyway, sort out why the lock or the hatch keeps coming undone when they go down the road.
That wouldn't be good.
Yeah. Or at least it's the back one doing it, not the front. Well, both of them are facing, would blow down in the wind. But man, if you had anything loose in there, the wind swirling around, send it out.
Yeah, that wouldn't suck stuff out.
Yeah, you need your stuff. I guess when they lock it, it stays, but leaving it normal, mode, it pops up. But anyway, we're gonna roll with that.
Alrighty, well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give a thumbs up, and you guys have a wonderful Thursday or Friday.
Heck yeah. All right. We'll see you in the AM.
Yes.
Appreciate you watching now. Bye-bye.
Yeah.